Persecuted for righteousness' sake. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And this is going to be a lesson, just going into, being persecuted on all levels. I want to just, start off by saying that, even before some brothers are, physically locked up and thrown in concentration camps, brothers are going to be, persecuted. On YouTube, you're going to be persecuted in real life, rather if it's at your job or whatever. Your family might end up leaving you because they hear that you're a part of this ministry. They might separate you from their company. They might call you bugged out because you teach that America is Babylon and that Babylon is going to be destroyed. In some cases, well, I'm gonna say some rare cases, some brothers might get locked up for this truth. You might be put in handcuffs one day. You might be put in handcuffs one day, and you might be locked up for this truth. So, persecution is going to come from all directions. All right. So let's just real quick. Let's look up this definition for persecuted, and it's diako. I believe it's diako. I hate speaking Greek. All right, let's play it.
Strong's G 1377. Dioko.
All right, whatever. So you see the word there, right? And here we see to make, to run or flee, put to flight, drive away. Now when that time of persecution comes, when martial law is implemented in America, some brothers might have to flee from their homes. Some brothers are going to have to flee from their homes. You might have to live out in the wilderness. And as a matter of fact, the Holy Scriptures speak about being as pilgrims on the earth. We're going to have to be as pilgrims in that day. The ones of us that the Lord does not want to be captured. By these martial law troops. So, get ready, brothers, because the time is coming where you might have to run, man. You might have to be on the run. Okay? It says to run swiftly in order to catch a person or thing, to run after. Just like how Cain pursued his brother with the sword, right? Well, they're going to pursue us with the sword. You see? It says to press on. When you press on somebody, it means you're coming after them. Figuratively, of one who in a race runs swiftly to reach the goal. Okay? It says to pursue. Now the Holy Scriptures speak about, I believe that's in the book of Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, where it speaks about for 3 transgressions of Edom, for he did pursue his brother with the sword. Or I believe that's Amos 1 verse 11, where it speaks about Edom and how he pursued his brother with the sword. Okay, so this man's going to pursue us with his weapon. It says in any way, whatever, to harass, trouble, molest one. So harass, okay? Now when you do YouTube videos, right? Sometimes a video of yours might get flagged and removed because you were speaking the truth on particular things, you know. You can't even talk about the chip in your videos anymore. Why? Because if you do, you're bound to be harassed by YouTube's algorithms, you know. You can't even speak the truth anymore, or you're going to be harassed by YouTube's videos, okay? Now, there's a common saying amongst Jake in the world. Whenever he's being, followed by the police, he might not be doing anything. He might just be, going about his day, heading to work. And then the police might pull him over, man. And and I hear some Jakes do this. They'll literally question the police, like, why is you harassing me? But what Jake don't understand is that he's being persecuted. Okay? So he is going to persecute you. He's going to trouble you. But what does it tell you in 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6? Seeing then that it is a righteous thing with the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So indeed, the Lord is going to give us paybacks upon our enemies. I mean, Lord's will we be of the elect. It says to persecute, to be mistreated. Of course, we're being mistreated in this society. But you also have to understand that we are under the curses. Suffer persecution on account of something. Right. So if you try to, speak the truth about the vaccination, right? If you try to speak the truth on that, what happens? Your account gets flagged, your video gets taken down, and then you end up having to suffer the persecution on the account of speaking the truth. So you can't even speak the truth. In most cases, when you're talking about, diseases, or because then he'll just have your video. Excuse me. He'll just have your video taken down. Because this man's the fucking devil. Follow after someone, metaphor, to pursue, to seek after, eagerly, earnestly endeavor to acquire. All right, so let's go back here, and I'm gonna read Matthew chapter 5 verse 10. Bear with me for one moment. Okay, Matthew chapter 5 verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. So when you're being persecuted for righteousness' sake, Yahweh said you're blessed. So I mean, yeah, there might come a point to where your YouTube channel might be terminated because you're doing the right thing in this truth, correct? But know that if that ever happens, Yahweh said you're blessed. You're blessed. Count it all joy when the enemy starts troubling you for doing a righteous work. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Right. Like I said earlier, you might have family members. They might call you a weirdo. They might, call you a rapist because you teach that rape is in the Bible. They might call you weird because you wear a Hebrew Israelite garment and you got a beard on your face. But Yahweh said when those things happen to you, you are blessed. You're blessed. Therefore rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. So persecuted For so harassed, troubled, they, the prophets, which were before you. So when they say all manner of evil against you, Yahweh said, rejoice, be glad, because it means you're doing the right thing, right? I think that's in Luke, the 6th chapter, right? Because the scriptures even speak about that. Woe unto you when men, when all men speak. Let me see if I can find that. It's in the book of Luke. Beautiful. It's right here. Luke, the 6th chapter. It's beautiful. So this is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. Right. And who do people mostly speak well of when it comes to this ministry? False Israelite groups like IUIC, ISUPK, HOI, FOPI, GOCC. Who else? Yeah, GOCC. House of Jacob. Those Sakari. Okay. So people always speak well of these kind of guys. Why? Because they're following in the manner of where it says in Isaiah, speak not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. They're telling our people exactly what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear. So Yahweh said, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. Yeah, Yahweh said, woe unto you. You over here getting laud and praises from niggas in the world just so you can continue to get their money. But you don't really give a damn about them. You only care about what's in their pockets. For so did their fathers to the false prophets. Oh, there you go. Okay, who are those false prophets? Okay, well, they're here today. Excuse me. IUIC, ISUPK, etc., etc. You guys are false prophets. The Lord have not sent you. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, this is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. Okay? Yeah, separate who? Separate the brothers who are doing the right thing in this truth, which is what? A direct lineup to Matthew's the 5th chapter. Okay? And shall reproach you and cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Right. But you see, that's another thing. You know, when you come to serve the Lord in this truth, you're basically getting your mind prepared to suffer persecution. You know, some people's gonna say bad things about you at your job. You know, that guy had on a dress, he was wearing a beard. That dude's weird, man. He's weird. You should hear him talk sometime. You know, he says that so-called white man is Esau and, America's Babylon. That's because that's what the scriptures say. But again, like the scriptures say, you're blessed when men shall say evil things about you. Let's go from there. verse 22. Okay, this is the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples, and exhorting them. The word exhort means to encourage, and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So, through much tribulation, and what is tribulation? Trouble. You know, you're going to be catching trouble from demons, from Satan, from, you're going to be catching trouble from your women, from people in the world. Demons might come up to camp and might start questioning what you're teaching, telling you that you're going off and this, that, fourth, and the other, and blase, dilly, shally. Okay? So, and then ultimately the persecution is gonna come when Jacob's trouble begins. When Jacob's trouble starts, that's gonna be persecution. You better understand. Now, with that, let's go to, King James Bible online.org. Yes. Okay. Yeah. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. Okay. Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? Because you're going to be tempted to do evil from all directions. People, you might have to work with some people who like to talk about eating edibles and smoking weed, and you might have to hang around people who talk about adultery. You're going to be tempted, but you got to learn to fight those temptations. Okay, because we know what the Holy Scriptures say about sinning willfully. If we sin willfully, there remaineth no sacrifice. So when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Some people of the world is gonna tempt you to the point to where you're gonna feel like getting carnal with people sometimes. But you got to learn how to control that. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. It's on to the next one.